What's up everyone? Today I wanted to talk about faster photography. So by faster, basically I'm just trying to help you speed up your photography process when you're out in the field shooting, trying to capture moments. Lately I've been doing some weddings, photo shoots instead of videos, and I've just kind of realized that I've missed a lot of moments that I wanted to capture. Basically I wasn't fast enough and I missed a moment, missed people laughing, having a good time, whatever it was. All trying to go back and be like, hey, kind of do this again, or like try to make them laugh, try to do the pose they just did but you missed, and it's not the same. We've all been out there and we've all missed a shot because we're changing our camera lenses or we don't have our settings and you missed a shot. And so I just wanted to give some tips here. They aren't like crazy or anything, pretty simple stuff. Also, this video is for kind of like run and gun style photo shoots, weddings, whatever, because if you're setting up a tripod and taking your time with the photo, like this isn't really gonna matter that much. This is more just for that run and gun, trying to capture a moment kind of photography, or if you just want to kind of speed up the process. So I don't know where this video is gonna lead, because I feel like my tips are kind of tips for faster photography, but they also kind of go into like just branches of other advice, so I might kind of branch off here and there, but it all kind of relate back to this whole faster thing. I don't know where we're gonna end up, but let's dive in. Alright, so the first thing, and this is kind of like very basic, but if you shoot in manual, know your settings. Know how to change it. You're gonna have to know how to change your settings just like that. Know what the ISO does, know what your aperture does, know where the buttons are to change it. That first and foremost, knowing what to do to change the lighting to get the picture that you want. That's gonna be the most basic thing, and everyone should learn how to do it. That's just gonna save a lot of time when you're out there and you're trying to get your settings in. You don't spend 5 minutes trying to figure out how you want your settings, okay? So connected with that, my first piece of advice is to use your live view mode on your camera. So the live view find has been super helpful for me. Probably one of the most useful things that I have done in terms of trying to get my camera set to how I want it, because you can see it on the screen. Like what you see on the screen is gonna be what you see when your picture comes out. So you hit the button there and then it'll come up on your camera screen and you can just adjust your settings right there. As you're changing your settings, the screen changes, the exposure, everything changes. Instead of taking a picture, waiting for the picture to load, look at it, take the pic, mess with your settings a little bit, take another picture, look at it, that's not what I want. Take another picture, that's not what I want. Just use that live view find. It's gonna make it a lot faster. It's worked really good for me, so try that out. And that way you're not spending forever taking a pic, looking at it, missing moments. The people are getting tired and irritated because it's a wedding and it's 95 degrees and the guy's in a tux, whatever. They just want to go inside. They don't want to wait for you. You're trying to get the settings right. So yeah, another thing that works with that is RAW. Is if you shoot in RAW, you're gonna have more flexibility if you do try to take pictures with your settings not right. So that's a whole nother thing. So another tip, it kind of goes with the live view for changing your settings, is using the live view to take pictures. If you have a touch screen, it could be super helpful for just taking pictures. When you are on the live viewfinder, if you have a touch screen, you can just tap where you want it to focus and then take the picture. It is slower. When you take the picture, it takes a little bit longer than it does when you're just holding it up to your eye. So not everyone does it. I've been using it lately. I really like that. That way I know what I want is in focus. Since this is a video about trying to be faster, one thing you can do, like on my camera, there's a little button in the corner to turn this touch action on and off. So when you touch where you want to focus, it automatically just takes the picture. You don't have to touch it and then hold down the trigger and then take the picture or anything. You just touch it and boom, your picture's taken. So that can cut down on time if that's how you want to take your pictures. Some people don't like the live view, some people do, so it just kind of depends on your style. Alright, tip number 2. Another thing that I have found really helpful is having a one shoulder bag to carry your other lenses. Like this. So like this. So this came with my kit when I bought my camera. And usually I kind of take that on photo shoots with me. But one strap, it just hangs right here on my side. So if I ever have to change lenses, if I ever have to change lenses, it is just right here. I can just open it up, take the thing off, switch my lenses really fast. I found this really important because at first I would always just carry a backpack around, and that would take a lot of time. Every time I wanted to change my lens, I would have to take my whole backpack off, set my backpack down, bend over, change everything, and by the time you get up, you know, it's been a long time. The couple or whoever you're taking pictures of might have moved, or if it's a wedding, you might have missed a shot, you know. So having that one strap right there, you know, all you gotta do is pull it around really quick. You can just do everything right there. Same thing with taking out SD cards, you know, throw everything in that camera bag right there. Super simple, super easily accessible, it's fast, you know. People might get impatient when you're changing your lenses, things like that. As photographers, we know that we have to do these things, but sometimes people aren't so understanding of what all we have to do to make sure that the picture turns out right. Another thing too, this is just for like that run and gun style. Obviously if you're gonna be like hiking and traveling, you know, you're gonna want a backpack, you know, I understand that. But just for kind of like smaller things, and if you can handle carrying that all around for your shoot or your wedding or whatever it is you're doing, then I would recommend a one strap for carrying your SD cards and your lenses and all that. So another thing to speed up your photography for capturing moments would be having fast shutter speed. So as a general rule, when I do photography, and maybe this isn't, you know, correct, and other photographers might hate this, but I usually keep my shutter speed pretty high. Just that way, if someone's moving, if someone's laughing, if someone does something, and I take a picture, it's not gonna end up blurry, because the faster the shutter speed, the less blurry your image is gonna be with movement. In the end, you know, if a couple's laughing or something, and they're moving, like flailing their arms everywhere because they're having such a good time, you don't wanna like take a picture of that and it looks super great, but oh my gosh, you can't even see his face and his hand looks like it's a ghost. So having that fast shutter speed helps it so, you know, you don't have to like take a picture, oh, let me try to take another one, let me try to take another one, and you can also capture those moments that you're trying to get instead of missing out on them or not being able to use the picture because it's blurry, things like that. So that's just kind of a rule that I have, is I always try to keep my shutter speed high. Now there are a lot of other things that go along with trying to make your photography faster. How fast your SD card is, or whatever kind of card you're using, how fast it writes to there, you know, how fast your camera is at kind of processing all the information and transferring it, things like that. But those are all kind of like specs on your camera and things like that, so I'm not gonna really go into all that. But those are just kind of some basic tips on what you can do to try to make your photography faster, capture more moments, don't have to retake shots, you know, get the shot that you want to the first time. So yeah guys, that's all I have. Give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful, if you liked it. Definitely try this stuff out. Live view if you've never tried it, either to just adjust your settings or just to try to take pictures. Give these things a try and see if it speeds up your process. You might like it. That's all I have for you guys, so I'll see you next time.